Now, one of the most important, but at least to me in the beginning also most annoying data types in Python is the dictionary. It seems to be a bit counterintuitive in the beginning, but it's a very, very important data type that we will use in agent-based model a lot. So it is very important to get comfortable with it. Dictionaries are, well, basically dictionaries. Dictionaries are associations between so-called keys and values. And if you ask a dictionary about a key, it returns to you a value. It's basically just as looking up a word in one language in the dictionary by finding its translation. That's probably best explained by an example. If we want to create an empty dictionary, we can do this by associating or by using these curly brackets. If we execute this code and we print the element, Python just prints us the curly brackets. But if we ask Python about the type, it actually tells us that it's a dictionary. Now, dictionaries become interesting if we add keys and values. You add a key-value association like this. First, you add the key following the same syntax as actually indexing, but you associate this key with a value. If you execute this command and you print the dictionary again, then you see actually that we now have our first key-value association. And we can get the value associated with a key by writing the name of the dictionary and then basically indexing for the key. Therefore, it is very important that the keys must be unique. Therefore, it is very important that the keys are unique, but the values obviously do not need to be unique. That makes a lot of sense, because if we try to add another key with another value, we actually see that what happens is that Python overrides the old key. But what we can do is associating the same value with with a different key. That is just as in the normal dictionary. It's no problem if you want to look up different keys and get the same values, but it would be very hard actually to look, well, the same keys with different values. That does not make much sense for a dictionary. There is nothing that actually prevents you from using other things as strings, as keys and values in the dictionary. So you can, for example, add an integer as a key and a float as a value. Dictionaries are very flexible in this sense. And if you want to know about all the keys and values in the dictionary, you can do this with the so-called methods, keys and values. We'll learn more about keys, about what methods are below. It's basically a function that belongs to this kind of object here. And if you call the method keys on the dictionary function by writing the name of dictionary1 point and then the name of the method keys in this sense, it returns to you all the keys in the dictionary. The same also works for values. And this is a very helpful thing if you want to get an overview about what is actually going on in the dictionary. You can also use the in keyword that we have used in the context of tuples and lists if you want to know whether a certain element is in the keys or in the values of the dictionary. So, for example, if we want to know whether there is the integer 5 is in the values of dictionary 1, we can use this, or we can ask Python this by using the in keyword. Here, this is obviously false. Now, dictionaries might be a bit confusing in the beginning, but they are very useful because they allow you to associate keys with values, and this is something that happens very frequently, in particular in agent-based modeling. Now, you have learned about basically all the important basic data types in Python. We have learned about the different primitive data types, integers, floats, Boolean values, and strings. And we have also learned about various containers, namely lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. With these basic data types, you will be surprised how much you can do with them. With these basic data types, you can basically do everything you need to write a very complex agent-based model.